Hello everybody, Nakaluza Rinsons in the hip hop game's favorite black Barbie. Welcome to the Republic of Hip Hop. Today I have with me rapper, producer, promoter, influencer, campaigner, events coordinator. Listen, this man has so many skills and so many accolades on his belt. I don't even know what to say he is, but he's most well known as a DJ. More on the drop hip hop and says that I bring you DJ Smokey Smokes. What's up?
What up, Ren? I'm doing good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thanks for pulling through.
Yo, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here.
You're one of those superstars that wear shades on interviews, eh?
I'm trying it out.
I love the honesty. You were born in America.
Yeah.
But you grew up in Pretoria. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so my parents were in exile.
Mm-hmm.
And they stayed in New York for quite a few years. I think it was more than 10 years. And then they had my brother in New York, my older brother. He's 6 years older than me. And then they moved to Atlanta. And then I was born in Atlanta. And then I stayed there for about 5 years, came here for a bit, learned isiZulu, which I'm so grateful for because I'm proudly South African. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to be like, I'm American. Nah. That's
like,
not
I'm
the
from
case.
Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, my parents are there fighting for our freedom, you know, so.
And you got it now.
When Nelson set us free, it was like, oh my God, like, we get to go home. This is amazing. You know, I love my country dearly. So yeah, I stayed there, came here like at 5 years old for a little bit, learned isiZulu, got to live on the farms, got to live in the hood in Alexandra. Like, I got to experience my entire family's lifestyle. Lived in Mpumalanga, in Balenhle. So that was really dope, like, for a year. And then we went back to the States for a little bit. And then I moved to Pretoria. And then that was like, okay, high school, primary school. Yeah,
I'm back for real.
Yeah.
So how was cool. Because you moved around so much, how was your childhood like?
Well, it was only early childhood where I moved a lot. So that was a little confusing.
Because you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm like, who's mom, who's dad? I'm like with Coco now I'm with Malume. And I'm like, okay, I'm just living, I guess. Which was great, actually, because I think as a human being, it made me really adaptable. You know, where I'm just like accepting of my surroundings.
And different communities as well.
For sure. And different kinds of people, you know, totally different cultures. I mean, from living, like waking up at 6 a.m, and walking the cows, like Kukulusi Nkomo, like taking them in Fuleni, like to get water.
You used to herd?
Yeah, I heard it. That's how I learned. Yeah,
Damn,
we slaughtered, we
bro.
did everything on my grandfather's farm. I'm so grateful for that experience.
Yeah. Considering that like a lot of the people in our generations don't even know how to herd or like slaughter. Like, it's slowly dying out.
Yeah.
So you were fortunate to know.
Yeah, I got that experience. I got that experience, man, and it was amazing. You know, it really teaches you to live in the moment. That's why even now with all the social media and everything, it can be daunting. You know, you can, become anxious. And mental health nowadays is a big topic because we are constantly comparing one another. Getting on social media and then. As soon as you get on there, sometimes you can feel anxious. And I've just learned to be in the moment and live in, the physical reality and prioritize that and use these things as tools, because when you do use them as tools, they're extremely powerful. But, with great power comes great responsibility. And you know that there's always a yin to a yang. So, it's a double-edged sword.
Much is given, much is tested as well.
Yeah, so it's either it builds you or it kind of destroys you, and I feel like that's the core of what's happening with regards to the mental health conversation that's happening around, being online. I'm grateful that I had that experience living off the land because I know how to disconnect. Some people don't know how to
how to go and meditate and just breathe from it all.
Yeah,
and the pressure.
Just be grateful for life. Like, you're still here. Let's rock.
You saw what you're thinking. But anyway, let's move into this. Why hip hop?
Why hip hop?
Like, you could have chosen any other. I mean, Amapiano's peaking now. Kwaito was a thing.
I actually have an Amapiano song that I did recently.
Guys, can I say this to all DJs, all hip hop artists? Guys, we get it. Like, we get it. Like, it's okay. We get how hip hop can blend into Amapiano, but let's create our own hip hop sound now. Like, can we go back to being authentic?
Yeah, but there's for me, there's nothing more authentic than the sounds that were created right here at home.
True.
You know, and I think genres they're overrated, in my opinion. Like the whole genre debate, I get it.
You don't like being compartmentalized, basically.
Yeah, compartmentalized. Like no one wants to be that, and especially when you're in the studio as a producer. You know, I look at music from the elements, so I break it down to the chords, the percussion, the shaker, the hi hat, the kick drum. You know, the bass line, the melody. Like I break it down to its raw elements. So when you look at music from that perspective, as a producer, it's literally the same. Like it's literally all okay, your rhythmic elements and then your melodic elements. You combine them, you arrange, and then you lay down a vocal if you want to lay down a vocal, and you keep it going. Like I did a Kwaito production as well, you know. So I view music from a perspective where it's holistic. So whatever I'm feeling in that moment, I want to express. You know, especially like now, it's. For me, it would be like insanity. Imagine being surrounded by something. And that's what's happening with Amapiano. It's like we're surrounded by it, especially, you know, being in the clubs, being in the vibe.
It's everywhere.
And then, you know, you absorb it, but how do you then express that? You know, how do you show that, okay, this is a becoming for me. I'm embracing and I'm, you know, going to express. So for me as a musician, it's like, okay, I embrace it. I dance. I learn the dances. I'm not a very good dancer, but I do dance because, I mean, it's so much fun. Who doesn't want to dance?
But like, my thing is, I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But we can't all absorb and literally produce like the same thing, because I feel like that's what's happening. It's like once somebody understands that there's a certain sound, everybody wants to hop onto it. And a lot of people don't want to maybe try their own different way or try your own lane, man.
For sure.
You know,
I mean,
that's
personally,
my chat. My chat is, okay, guys, we get it. You know, we get who Amapiano right now is up there.
It's the
like,
top.
You get what I'm saying? Like every genre has a season, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, but this is incredible because we've never seen like this. This is worldwide.
Yes, it's worldwide. I can't.
Like it's the biggest sound in Africa right now.
I
like
can't.
Put some respect on Amapiano's name now.
I listen to Amapiano. I'm an Amapiano fan as well.
Facts.
But I'm also a hip hop fan as well. And I just,
me
me, it's just like, it's like they're all, not all sheep, but everybody just, because there's light there, everybody wants to go to that light. But try create your own light with what you have. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah.
So that's just this conversation is not going to end.
This
is not about hip hop versus piano.
Yeah, definitely. I wanna add on to it. No, and it's never gonna be that, because for me it's like I'm speaking from a perspective of a genuine lover of music, all music. And I think it's an incredible, like Amapiano is an incredible genre. You know, I just want to also like break the stigma where it's like, you know, like you're saying, the hip hop versus piano thing.
Pick one or the other.
Yeah, and I feel with hip hop, a lot of people get like closed in, whereas you know the person, like one of my, I have so many guys that I look up to. So like Calvin Harris, right?
Ooh,
he's big for me. He's like multi-genre. Maporisa, he does hip hop, he does trap, he does Afrobeat, he's done gom, he's running Amapiano right now.
He's done reggae.
You know what I'm saying? Point. Yeah. So he's completely, you know, immersed himself in the music and commercial house as well. You know, he's someone who's not defined by genre. And these are the people that I look up to. Guys like Pharrell Williams. You know, I just mentioned Calvin Harris as well. I mean, he did funk. He came from the EDM world and did like a couple funk projects.
And electro here and there.
Yeah.
Like he dabbled and dabbled
in
a
EDM
lot.
is what he's known for, but like funk is also like been like one of the roots of how he does his production. Like even from his first album, I think it was Acceptable in the 80s. You know,
he also did pop.
Exactly.
He also did pop with like your Nicki Minaj's.
Absolutely.
That era where they were doing, I think they were exploring
a lot of
with
electronic
the pop,
dance music merging with pop music. Yeah, because EDM at that time was pop. Because you know, like pop is like a mix of genres. Yeah, man. So like my perspective on it is it comes from those thinkers. I come from like guys like Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams did a song with K Tronada, and K Tronada does like funk influenced dance music.
Very true.
You know, and he raps on a dance song. You know, we had I Wanna Know Your Name, aka One, with Swedish House Mafia, whereas Pharrell Williams on the vocals, and then Swedish House Mafia on the production. You know, so I look at that, and I'm like, okay, but Pharrell's considered a hip hop.
But
producer.
look at what he's doing.
But look at what he's doing, you know?
You.
So, you know, freedom in the music space is very important. And I feel anything...
You need to be fluid also.
Yeah, anything that encourages separation versus unity, I don't stand for. You know, because I think the separation is an illusion. We're all from the same energy.
Also, I feel like we need each other in a sense. I mean...
Of course.
There wouldn't be a drop if they're not the likes of yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I also understand even with the music that there wouldn't be growth in sound and growth in the way that artists deliver their creativity if they weren't collaborating, if they weren't together. Even if it means not collaborating on a song particularly, but even in studio, you know? When you have like people saying, okay, I like the high note, but change this bar, change that, change this. That also helps.
That's how we evolve.
That's how you evolve as well.
That's how we evolve, yeah.
Now, speaking of evolving... You have hosted over 200 events.
Yeah. That was a marathon. Oh my God.
Dude, like, how did you do it? Like, I know DJs live on energy drinks and stuff, but like, how did you do it? Because it was also a thing.
I nearly died.
Every week, dude. Like, every week, it was you.
I nearly died.
On Thursdays, it was you. Like, every week.
Yo.
It was just smoking hot Thursdays. Every week. It's week
Facts.
in, week out. And
Not
other events as well. And with that, you also have campaigns like your Smirnoff, your Coca-Colas, your Reds. My goodness.
So
how did you do it? Because also, we're living in a generation where we need brands, we need cosigns, we need campaigns. So
for sure.
How did you make it possible to collaborate the event, your brand, as well as other campaigns and secure the bag?
Yeah. Okay. I've always given my best where I'm at. You know, it goes back to like the belief system that I was speaking about, and you know, to go back to unity. You know, I root a lot of what I do in my values and my philosophies, and I believe as artists we have to. You know, we have to have a set of values. Otherwise, you won't have a direction. You know, like what you were talking about. Why are you going to this sound? Why are you going to that sound? But if your values are consistent, you know, then it shines through. You know, you look at artists like who are like super value driven. It's like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole always has a message. Beyonce always has a message. Sure. You know, so I try to keep that same sort of mindset within what I do. So at the time, I just come to Johannesburg, wasn't really getting booked. So I was just trying to make my way into the industry.
Of income, basically.
Yeah. And I'd done events before, like since I was very young. So getting into events was, getting into the eventing space where I was operating at one venue was really easy because when I was doing it myself, I was doing house parties. So I'd have to do the bar myself. I'd have to set up everything literally myself and DJ the whole night.
So that taught you also how to do a lot of things yourself and not outsource.
Yeah, absolutely. I was used to being the only DJ the whole night. Now I've got a team. So it's so much easier.
Now you hit DJs out.
Yeah, I was used to doing all the marketing, majority, 90% by myself. Now I've got an entire marketing team. So it was great. And at that time, I think this was around 2012 when I started smoking on Thursdays, which is really what announced me on the scene. I did it from 2012 to 2015. And during that time, I think hip hop was sort of bubbling under, but I had this mentality where I don't know if we can actually make a living from it in this country. I think there were few, but like it was a generational transition where, you know, Questa and them were coming up. But at that time,
your 2013, 2015, hip hop was...
It was coming. Yeah, it was coming. When I started, it was coming. It wasn't there yet.
Peaking, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't there yet, but it was definitely coming. We had DJ Dimples doing pop bottles. It was on its way. But this is just my perspective, you know.
And how you saw things.
Yeah. When I came into it, I was like, okay, I feel like we're having a generational transition and I want to contribute. You know, I want guys like Casper. I want guys like KO, guys like Questa.
Okay, Malum
Everybody.
was also on the come up
Okay,
at that
Malum,
time.
Cool Cat. Yeah, like the whole Boys and Bucks movement. Ricky Rick,
It was.
yeah, Ricky Rick had the biggest night at Smoking on Thursday. So I had this perspective that, okay, I want to like help bring in this generation and I want to contribute, you know, I want guys to be able to take care of their kids. Like at the end of the day, when you get paid, you know, as a father myself, you know you're getting the diapers, you're getting the food, you're paying the school fees, you know, and for me, that was something that was worth striving for. That was worth, okay, you know, week in, week out, let's put somebody on, let's put some money in people's pockets so that we can all get something. And now it's so inspiring because I look at the same guys that I used to book and they're multimillionaires with crazy portfolios and, you know, several businesses under their how can I say this? Under their belt, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, like that time was really, I was driven. Like at the end of the day, I was driven by this purpose.
And the hunger.
And
to
yeah, wanting to succeed, but my why was wanting to contribute. Wanting to make a better life for others.
You wanted to build a legacy because if you start something and you're like, I need to put myself and all those around me on as well to build, you know, this community of let's all make bank. Let's all work together. Let's all, you know, it was sort of like a legacy.
Yeah.
So speaking of legacies, there's Love Slay Cool 1 and your current one, Love Slay Cool 2 EP.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the production in that because earlier on you mentioned that you pay very close attention to the drums, the snares, the bass, you know, the melodies, the harmonies, and what goes into it. So with this specific one, Love Slay EP 2, what went, apart from just the technical side, what went into you making it? Was it past experiences, telling your story because you've been in the game for a very long time? So did you also want to remind people that, okay, listen, I can rap because you also rap and you also sing, and then like it's like, were you trying to let people in on the who you are now and how you've evolved, or what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, I think musically I'm still in the establishment phase of like being known and being out there. So I definitely have to show people kind of like my skill set and also developing a sound, you know. And I love making love songs. Funny enough, for me to start writing music, I had a crush on this girl in high school.
That's so
I'm
cute.
not gonna mention her name, but she knows who she is.
We want to know who she is.
No.
Okay. Mara, why did you tell us? Okay, and then but
I was getting in a lot of trouble.
But also, but also that's another thing with a lot of artists. They all started trying to impress girls, and then it just blew up into this successful thing.
It's crazy. Yeah. So like, I was writing poetry. I was a big fan of Shakespeare, like English class. I was that guy, like writing sonnets, you know, showing it to my English teacher.
When I Othello, you were.
Yeah, I was inside. Inside. Started in primary school. I used to like write songs, and my parents, you know, God bless them, they got me piano lessons. And we had a little rock band going on. And it was a vocalist, and then my homie was playing the guitar. I'm sorry. Yeah. I've just always loved music. Like I knew from the age of 6. Yeah, from the age of 6, I knew, this is what I want to do. So that entire journey, it was crazy. And then in high school, like we went through a tough time at home, and I felt like, okay, I need to generate my own money. My parents were getting separated at the time. So I was like, let me just get my hustle up a little. And then I started the DJing thing, and then like making music kind of took a back seat because the DJing just took off and eventing just took off, and I was able to generate money
through that
instantly, you know. But I've always known that music is my number one passion, you know, and that's why in 2015 I actually stopped smoking on Thursdays, and I was like, I need to go follow my dreams now. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have met all these great individuals and witness, you know, this entire wave, like you said, the peak of South African hip hop. Because we started just before, and then we watched it peak. We were a huge part of the wave. You know, people were asking for Smoke Out Thursdays in Namibia. People were asking for it
Yo,
in Durban.
that's
People wanted it in
insane.
Cape Town. There was a
lot of demand for it.
It's always been bigger than me, to be honest. And shout out to Tuli. She now manages Maporisa. She was a big part of that vision because Maporisa and the whole Black Boy movement, the Black Boy label. I think that's his record label. Maporisa, Black Boy. Yeah, so it's like the Felolities, the Maporisas, the Bontle Smiths, the Vino Millers, like all these goats. I had the opportunity to be her first collaborator in the industry. And she, from the get, like you could tell she was going to take over because she came with the vision and she's like, yo, dude, we need influencers all around like our local area. And once we did that, like everything like went to the next level. Budgets went up. Brands started to holler, like everything started to manifest. She started working with Kulichana and then
everything just blew up.
Yeah, I just watched so many people around me elevating. It's the most beautiful thing. I think it's one of my favorite things in life, like probably third favorite thing. Third. First is family, second maybe music, and then third is like watching people grow and like
that's cute though.
Succeed,
that's so cute. Speaking of collaborating, you've collaborated with the likes of Shasha, Tumitladi recently.
Yeah.
Right? And what I want to know is how do you then pick who you want to work with? Is it energy based? Is it network based? Is it who you think you want to work with in terms of where they are in their career? Or how do you decide on saying, okay, listen, because Shasha's, she's a BET award winner. She is a phenomenal singer, Amazing. So how do you then decide, okay, you see this one, I'm going to, because you're also, aren't you Nadia Nakai's DJ?
Who?
Nadia Nakai's DJ.
No, we collaborated on a show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
like, because I was like, ooh. I see you, Smokes.
Yeah, well, it was like for that night. Oh my
okay.
God. I think her DJ is it Cuddles?
Okay.
DJ Cuddles. Okay. He's so dope. He's so good, and their performance is like super, super, super refined and like high energy. Big fan of Nadia, dude. Like I love her performance.
I saw from how you were DJing for her when she was performing. So I was like,
okay. I've watched her a lot of times.
Oh,
that's
so you kind of also knew.
Like if she's performing and I'm there, dude, I'm in the crowd. Like I'm gonna get my money back. Like, I'm right there.
Smokes, how do you pick who you collaborate with?
Hey man, I'm a fan. Number one thing, I'm a fan before anything else. Like I'm not.
But it's understandable because her performances are always lit. I saw a performance called Pop Bottles someday, and they drop these bombs when she's performing.
Yeah,
those drive me insane.
The gunshots.
Yeah, they drop these gunshots. Those drive me insane. I love them.
It's such a vibe.
I love them.
Such a vibe. I remember she did Castle Light Unlocks, Chance the Rapper. She stole the show that night. Like, oh my goodness.
I love how you can talk about other creatives like in such a passionate way,
because it's amazing.
I love that. It shows your genuineness with regards to supporting the hip-hop culture or like just music in general. Because when a lot of people when you ask them about themselves, they'll tell you about themselves, but that will never like necessarily shine through fully the way that it does with you. So shout out to you, man.
Yeah, you know what it is? I had a conversation with another creative yesterday, and I can embrace the superstar in you because I've already embraced it in myself.
Ooh, I'm taking that quote.
Yeah. I can embrace it in you because I've already embraced it in myself. For me to actually do the biggest thing I've ever done, like Smoke Out Thursdays, and then be like, okay, I'm out. That
so
takes
nonchalantly even.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself because you know that
it takes a lot.
Yeah, you know that you're gonna have to start right from the ground again.
Because I think also the positive energy is one of the reasons you are where you are in your career. The more you generate positivity, the more the universe, the more the universe gives you that positive energy, those positive wins. So
sorry. I'm sorry to interject. Sorry. I feel like I didn't give you the full scope on Love Stay Cool too. I went like on a tangent.
We've been going on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like
cool.
I just have a lot to say.
It's so cool.
And like we connect. So okay, so with regards to Love Slay Cool EP2, the whole intention, like I said, was obviously to let people in. And then I spoke about the whole, high school, writing about girls. Yeah, so it's like, right now, I feel like I'm in a phase where I'm writing like all these love letters. I'm just getting all this love out, and I've just found a connection. It was weird because I used to be like a rapper, like, yo, I ain't looking down, man. That issue heavy static. I'm looking at the sky like my roof is panoramic. I got no flavor, so I had that aromatic. Fly like an arrow, aerodynamic.
What you mean?
I used to I still got those bars in me. Like from time to time, I'll like write like that. But I had like a special connection to like R&B, and there's a song I sent it to you called Movie Star. Yeah, so Movie Star kind of like set everything off, and I realized that, okay, this is kind of like my sound right now.
But also, I love how like you finesse your hand on the song.
Yeah.
On Movie Star as well. Like, I like that.
Yeah. So nice. I enjoy that.
It's nice. It's easy.
I enjoy that. And I also see the common theme in pop culture where it's all about women empowerment right now. And I
love it.
Yeah, I also feel as men, like, we need to take an interest in learning how to love, learning love languages and engaging things emotionally from a place of honesty. I've been in a relationship now for 10 years. Yeah, and we have a son. So I've learned so much, and I feel that has been such a huge part of my life. So I have this outpouring emotionally where I feel okay, this is a place where I can actually be vulnerable with my emotions. And also space. And also because I didn't have a lot of like flings or like, because we got into a relationship like really young. So I also explored
10 years, sure.
Yeah, I also explore that like through conversations with my boys, and it's exciting. It keeps you young. It's so I have those conversations, and also when you're at shows, you're like, oh, look at her, she's so cute or whatever, and I explore like, okay, what would the scenario be
like?
Yeah,
and that's how you deliver it on the song.
Yeah, and those conversations that you would have with friends. A lot of my songs are actually conversations where a friend would have been like, yo, dude, last night I was with this girl and da-da-da-da-da.
This is what happened.
Yeah, so it's a lot of that. So, I mean, track 1 is... what's track 1 on Love Slay Cool 2? Is it... Too Many Options? Yeah, because I remember I switched it. It was Hair and Makeup first.
Oh, okay.
Hair and Makeup is the single. So, track 1 is Too Many Options. And it basically goes, I want to be a number one. It won't be easy. You've got too many options.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, it's quite clear, the message, and I feel like, we don't really get to engage on that level, like men and women, but it's something that I've observed. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like these really pretty girls, like when guys go chasing after them and then they see flames, it's like, yo, you have to be aware. Like, don't get angry.
But you have to be aware that there's too many options.
Yeah, you have to be aware that, yo, you're competing here, bro. There's probably like 100 messages on her WhatsApp daily. True. Can you imagine what that DM looks like? Like, yo, you gotta do something. You're send an e-wallet, do something.
Thank you. Please.
You know what I mean?
That's how you slide
You ain't got that number for nothing, homie. You better slide with an e-wallet.
You are my favorite guest.
You better do so. She got too many options.
Yeah. Show why you want to be an option.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to do something. You have to stand out somehow, So that was a really cool one. You know, I mean, obviously with your emotional reaction as well.
Like,
it was a really...
Like, I fucks with it for real now. Because I'm just like...
Yeah, it was a really honest...
Because I got in the sense that girls don't necessarily have to beg now. Back in the day, you'd have to like... Or like... stick through it. Yeah. But now we're just like... man... If you tripping, somebody else is gonna hit me up,
Absolutely.
That's how. So now, getting enlightened by what the the general concept of too many options is kind of like, I see it in a different view as well.
Yeah, because it's like courtship. Because in the beginning, you don't know me from a bar of soap. So I have to make some kind of impression in order to be a part of your life. I mean, obviously, once you've got an intimate relationship with somebody,
It's
even if it's a
different.
friendship, it's a totally different
different.
scope. But, initially, even myself, it's like, yo, dude, I'm not just going to take on people into my inner circle. Like, you have to work to get people's time, to get people's attention. And, that song's really also about showing the fact that my perspective is to respect that, and I'm telling other men too, like, yo, respect the fact that at the end of the day, this person, they have their own time, they have their own energy, and they have to protect their space.
Their space as well.
So you have to show that you have positive intention, and also that you're a boss too.
Ooh, that I live for.
Because if you cannot love yourself, you cannot love.
You can't pour out what you don't have.
Absolutely. So that was too many options. So I just want to take you through the track list, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I know I'm like adding my own
You're
feature.
like, we're thinking, do what you will, honey. Do what you will.
Yeah. So track 2, Hair and Makeup. That was a single, and I did it with Rich Life King. He's a constant collaborator of mine. I mentored him for a couple years. And yeah, it was like really fun track. He did the vocals. So I actually made the beat for him, right? And then he was like, yo, bro, here's what I got. He gave me a verse and he gave me a hook. And I was like, okay, I want to get on the song now. This is going to be my song. It's not your song anymore.
You want to hop on because it's not fire now.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. And funny enough, he had the approach of, no, this is actually going to be a
the
DJ
direction
Smokes track. Yeah, and it's so crazy. I sent him the song at like 2 a.m. and then at 4 a.m. I had a reply.
Yeah, you're a night owl, hey?
Yo, 24/7.
You are a night owl.
If I'm breathing, I'm grinding.
If I'm breathing, I'm grinding.
Straight up. So, yeah, we did that joint. I was like, oh my God, it's so amazing. So I did a verse on it. I did the production, did like the final mix and master. And then we shot a music video for it. And I'm actually in the midst of campaigning that. Okay.
Because I was going to ask, Kore, that was going to be my follow-up. Can we expect visuals from Love Slay Cool EP? But since you you're then...
Yeah, cool. So Love Slay Cool 1, I did the movie star music video. Love Slay Cool 2, I've done hair and makeup. And then, so hair and makeup. And then track 3 is a EDM song. It's like K-Tronada influenced. It was really also influenced by Daft Punk. I love Daft Punk. So there's a song by Daft Punk called Around the World. Oh my goodness. Made my life. So that song, I took it. And I was like, okay, this is going to be the inspiration because it's the same chant over and over. So it's hypnotic. You can play it on repeat the whole day. Yeah, because it's like there's a loop in the song. So looping it is just like natural. And then, so I made a song called She Want It. Okay. It's like, she wanna let me in again.
I love how you sing all of them.
I called and I got everything I wanted. She don't want to hang out with her friends. She want it. Hey, you want to let me in again? She want it. Yeah. And then it just loops over and over. And I did like a cool vocoder effect. Yeah. I mean, I'm still in the establishment phase of my career. That's why I'm also singing the songs. Because I'm like, people probably don't know these songs.
I love how you will sing. One thing about you will sing your songs.
Yeah.
And I love it because it shows that you actually enjoy the music that you make.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's one thing to make music, but to actually know and, understand each feel of every song is even impeccable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have like a genuine passion. And then track 4, after She Wanted. Oh, Bad Girl. Oh, Bad Girl is a fun one.
It's all about these girls though, hey?
Love Slay Cool. Hey, Love Slay Cool.
So
the whole concept, right, was I was trying to like find a common thread. Like if you look at Instagram, right, there's an archetype of women who always have like a high following.
There's a template. There's a template for them.
Yeah, so Movie Star was like the beginning of that, and so I've been studying it and I've been looking and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is kind of like
so you're literally bringing the template.
Yeah, I'm trying to like from engagements. Like I've had the honor of having a conversation with Mihlali, who's like an iconic influencer woman in our space. I've had the privilege of sharing space with Bonang. I've had the privilege.
Please call me next time. How can I go to the house of being just be like, okay.
What did AKA say? I'm way better looking in person. That privilege is reserved for whose timing is perfect. You understand? So when it comes to these stars,
you need to.
Yeah, the privilege is reserved for whose timing is perfect. It was just perfect timing for me. Yeah, that was like, I don't take any credit for none of that. Like all these, that's why I say privilege and gratitude, because it ain't me.
Because
yeah, it's the big God.
It was your timing.
The universe. Yeah. And knowing that impacted me the way it did, I knew that, okay, I have to put this energy into the music, and then, just let it like spread out. Yeah, so... Yeah, looking at, what I see on Instagram, and I imagine like, okay, what are their lives like? How do you exist in this space? And also, how do I fit in? So I'm just like, using my eyes and ears and saying, okay, this is what it felt like when I was in Bonang space. Or this is what it felt like when I had this conversation with Mihlali. And I can imagine, this is how a partner feels every single day, because these people inspire fantasy, and this is the truth. As much as I've been in a relationship all this time, I still... But
they like those types of women that you're just like, yo, if I were to be in a room with this person, what would it be like? And you've experienced it.
And you see, I feel like the mistake that we make, a lot of us, and I'm not saying don't have boundaries. Obviously, have boundaries, have rules, have values. But as someone who's in a relationship... I look at things from a perspective of, okay, I look at it freedom, like truth, like honesty. So devoid of this, from a fantasy perspective, what would this feel like? Because a lot of us would feel like, you feel limited by being in a relationship, where it's like, no, you can actually have these conversations with your partner. You can actually be open.
And it's okay to have fantasies.
Yeah, because I feel like when you start to hide...
Then you're doing something wrong.
Then because you hinder yourself, you hinder your energy, and then things just don't flow. So, and I think that's very hip hop too. I've noticed it with like hip hop artists, like that freedom element. That's why I don't believe in that genre box. It's like, no, hip hop is actually about freedom. We used to make house music with like the Zulu Nation and what's been happening in Chicago for the longest time. When with the EDM phase, we had hip hop artists doing electronic dance music. No one hesitates to, express themselves as an artist and be free. You are you first. Everything else, all these labels are secondary.
After.
And they're defined by your actions. If I had 100 Amapiano songs, you'd be like, oh, Smokes is an Amapiano artist. Now why are you doing hip hop? Now why you know what I mean? It's like, don't be defined. Define yourself.
I love that you're saying that, because Makwa also said the same thing. Ari, there was a fan who commented on his live, how Makwa, now you're doing Amapiano. Because that's how I feel like doing right now. Yeah. And it makes sense, because now it's like, because you've done something for a long time, people don't expect you to try something new.
Yeah, but
they expect you to experiment with it, but to not stick to trying out something new for a long-term purpose, So I kind of understand what you mean when you say, okay, now just because I've done this in the past doesn't mean that I'm going to keep on doing it forever. I might experiment, but it might also result in me doing something else permanently. So I get it. I rock with you. Can we just...
Yeah, let's move.
We're not gonna...
Let's move.
Before I let you go, we're gonna play a game. It's called This and That. You need to pick one or the other.
Okay.
Please don't cheat. People will do this thing of, I'm not gonna pick, or... But anyway,
those are people with good media training. I'm sure all your biggest stars are like...
Yeah, you know him. Guys, it's unsensitive. Anyway, DJing or music production.
Whoa.
Pick one.
What?
Pick one.
Oh my goodness. Nah, that's not fair.
You're doing it. Pick one.
Media training. Oh my goodness.
DJ or music production, pick one.
DJing or music production.
If you had to live on one skill for the rest of your life, pick one.
Nah, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but there's no way.
I am so disappointed. You said you were not going to be this person, and I told you.
Yeah,
even
I'm totally
off
going
air,
back on my word right
you're
now.
going back on your word. Like, even off air, we agreed. I'm going to come back to that one. Love Slay Cool 1 or 2.
Yo, okay. because it's me, I think I can make. Oh, but it's so hard because too many options. I feel like is
no, but also you were
follow me around
you
for
were
a
a
while.
different person also in both.
I was a totally different person.
You could
I think
pick who
you know
you
what?
relate to
I'll
right
have
now.
to choose Love Stay Cool 1.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. That process.
Hosting events or brand campaigns.
Hosting events or brand campaigns. That's also a really hard one. But I'm gonna be honest with this one. I'm not gonna cheat you again.
Okay.
Because at least it's me.
At least it's you.
Yeah. But DJ and production is me. But I feel like that's just too hard. Okay. Yeah, you're actually being kind with these questions.
I really am. I so am. I could have found even more difficult
yeah,
options.
you could have made this really hard.
Right.
All right. So
hosting events or campaigns.
Events or campaigns? Ooh, brand campaigns are fun.
So they have a lot of money.
Ooh, and
also,
they have a lot of money.
So does events.
But events is nice because you get to collaborate. But you know what? I will choose brand campaigns because, and I'm just being completely honest, eventing is
exhausting.
It's exhausting, stressful, difficult. They say it's like top 4 most stressful jobs in the world. Is hosting events. So yeah, definitely brand campaigns from that perspective.
Drake or Jay-Z?
Woo! Wow!
You're not gonna do this to me.
I have to think
You're not
about
gonna do
it.
this to me.
I have to
You're
think
not
about it
gonna-
because
I
you're catching me offside.
I refuse.
You are catching me so
Pick
offside.
one.
Yo.
Drake or Jay-Z. And I know this one is fucked up because they both goats.
Okay, Drake's music, Jay-Z's legacy.
One.
Drake's music, Jay-Z's legacy.
It smokes
got it.
something.
And the only reason...
Pick one.
Okay. If I had...
If you had to save... If they say Drake and Jay-Z needed a kidney, who would you give your kidney?
So not fair.
Who would you give your kidney?
I give my kidney to my son. I give my kidney to my son. I don't know no Drake. I don't know no... Yo. Hopefully I'll be blessed enough to meet them one day.
Oh, on board, because you're cheating.
But wow.
Okay.
I have to. Okay, yeah, definitely. So, like I said, Drake's music, Jay-Z's legacy.
Cooley or AKA?
Oh, Cooliano. 7 days a week, baby.
Wheelie.
Sega.
See what I did?
Yes.
You get it. Puffy or PH?
Ooh, definitely PH, man. That guy
I would have thought you.
going.
I love PH, but I would have thought you would have chosen Puffy.
You know, I cried in front of PH.
Aww.
We had a conversation once.
And you cried.
And I broke down. I was like,
See,
it's so beautiful. It was tears of joy. It was like, I was so proud of him. He was telling me about this campaign. I was like, it's so beautiful, bro. Oh my God. Like, he inspires me that much. Like, this guy, his work ethic is mad.
I love his work ethic.
Yeah, his discipline.
It's
what he's
amazing.
done now. And funny enough, this was before him and Shimza did Lockdown House Party, which I think is one of their greatest achievements, even before the Guinness World Record that they did with Hunters. Like,
with the 72-hour party.
Yeah, dude.
There's one called Zone 6.
Icon Soweto.
Icon Soweto, yes.
Yeah,
where
dude.
they were playing for like the whole weekend.
72 hours, yeah. Him and Shimza, the
one.
longest DJ set, I think. Yeah, that was the record, yeah.
Last one, Ayanda MVP or Miss Cosmo?
Ooh, oh, that is not fair.
No, but my thing is, it's not saying who you like the other one more than the other. It's just the game. They know it's just the game.
Yo, that's like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Miss Cosmo, okay, so I'll just give you background in terms of how I've collaborated with them. I'm not going to choose.
Please.
No,
Are you not going to choose?
Nah.
Then it's fine. Then it's fine. Then it's fine. You can give me the
You're
background.
gonna make me choose.
I
get to give the background?
You
Okay.
didn't answer 2 questions. I'm so mad. I'm mad because you promised me. You promised you would not do that.
Okay, cool. I'll give you the background and then I'll choose between DJing and music production. Okay. How's that?
That I can deal with.
You can deal with that?
I can deal with that. I can I'll take it.
Oh my goodness. It's so hurtful. Anyway, why are you hurting my feelings? This interview is hurting me. It's actually hurt. I can feel like my heart rate right now is like
It's
increasing.
not personal. It's not personal.
Oh my goodness. Give me an anxiety attack on here. Anyway, okay. Miss Cosmo gave me my first radio residency, so she's so special to me in my journey.
Your movie star was actually number one with the stir show. Oh, okay, I get it now.
You know, and I worked so hard. Like, doing everything yourself is hard, guys. Like, and like just being in this industry, you know, like it takes a really intense work ethic.
I know,
you
bro.
know, so for that to happen on the first song that I actually do my own vocals in entirety, my own production in entirety. I even, went all the way and did the artwork because I was going through a lot at that time, and I didn't like really expect much at the time because I know that this industry is a grind and, you don't get to choose when your time is, but you do get to choose how much work you put in.
Facts.
So I was just literally head down grinding and I wasn't expecting anything in return. And when that happened, like, I was just like, oh my God, like,
it's a lot.
I'm so grateful. And Ayanda, similar, she hit me up just after lockdown. Things were really tough. Hadn't made money from shows in forever. Thank goodness I was working. I'm still working, still proudly working and grateful to be working with Smirnoff. And she hit me up. It was like my first gig out of lockdown. She's like, yo, dude, MVP Sundays, we back on. Let's rock. And yeah, she's just been encouraging me, telling me, yo, dude, keep remixing, keep making your music. So dope, like, actually. Don't stop. Yeah, because sometimes you run out of steam, sometimes you burn out. And Ayanda always seems to be one of those people who's always on. So even if I go onto a page, like, I know I'm just going to find something that's going to inspire me, find something that's going to motivate me.
Oh, I can't make you choose now.
So, yeah, you understand.
I can't make you
so
choose now.
It's
you made me feel like shit on my own shows. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I live in that. But I can't.
Yeah, I get why I can't make you choose now.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like background stories, because now I'm feeling sorry for asking the question. Where can people book you and follow you?
Shout out. I did say I was gonna choose between DJ and music production. Okay, because it's the source.
You like explaining.
I do.
Yo.
I love it.
You're gonna pick DJ.
I'm like Mr. Like
Explain.
Go off on a tangent. Like, it's beyond explanation. It's like I need to work on it.
You used to write essays, man. Like, I'm sure. Like,
I
when
write
paper 3, how you probably got distinctions. English paper 3.
I journal.
That's why.
I journal. Yeah.
Pick one: DJing or music production.
Music production.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. Where can people follow you, book you?
Oh, amazing. Okay, hit me up on @DJ_smokes on the gram. If you'd like to book me, you can check me out like on the gram. Yeah, specifically on the gram. I'm focused on the gram. The other ones I'm not so active on, but yeah, you can get me on Facebook, DJ Smokes, in case you're not on the gram, and then DJ Smokes ZA on Twitter, because they hacked my other account. Oh my goodness, scammers! Why you gotta do me like this?
Why they gotta do you dirty?
I even DM'd.
You're such a good person, though.
Hey man, it is what it is. I DM'd them and I was like, please can I have my account back?
What did they say?
They did me the yellow bone way. Blue tick.
Yellow bone way was silly. That is a wrap, my beautiful people. Rinsensen, you know I'm stronger than Jin. The hip-hop black Barbie. This is another episode of The Drop, Hip-Hop and Sensen in the Republic of Hip-Hop. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your people to tell their people. From my heart to yours, it is all love. What's it, Antona? Hip-hop, putogo.